pointless slash useless information about Kino der Toten in 5, let's go. In the alley, this window has a weird reflection slash texture glitch going on with it in the window. In the starting room, this cabinet has a bunch of perk bottles including Juggernog, Speed Cola, Double Tap, and Quick Revive. In this room, with these letters on the ground, it spells out Manhattan Down, which is weird considering you can also see the same message on multiplayer loading screens. In the dressing room, everyone knows about the knocking behind the barrier. But did you know in the same dressing room you can shoot this mannequin to make its heart bleed? On the Wii version of Black Ops 1, for some reason you get a different radio message. If you don't like radio messages, just skip like 2 minutes in the video.
These villagers were portrayed in propaganda films as happy and highly motivated, although in fact, they were soon to suffer a terrible moral and physical collapse. Tens of thousands of people died as a result of industrial accidents in the hazardous conditions they were made to work in. The Communist Party came up with a crude calculation that every worker will build 1 meter of canal and the project will end in 3 months. Yet it actually took more than 10 years to finish the canal. During the Great Leap Forward, factory workers' hours were doubled, and machines began to work non-stop. They were not even allowed to stop for maintenance and repairs, and so soon began to fall apart. Factories were ruined. At the same time, Mao announced another target for the Great Leap Forward. Steel production was to be doubled within 1 year. That production was not only from heavy industry complexes, but also from small furnaces and villages. As a result of communist ideology, Mao believed that workers' power held a magical force. With that decision, tens of millions of Chinese set out to produce steel by amateur methods. Everything made of iron they could find, from doorknobs to saucepans, was melted down in primitive furnaces in an effort to produce steel. Women cut off their hair and mixed it with the clay in the furnaces.
Now, obviously this is weird, considering this is talking about China's Great Industrial Revolution while we're in Nazi Germany. But, one thing it does have in common with is the Black Ops 2 Die Rise map, with its subname actually being The Great Leap Forward. Which still doesn't mean it has anything in common with Kino der Toten though. On the loading screen it shows Nocturne Toten, although our characters were never technically there. And same for Verrückt, although Dempsey was retconned there. There's a red metal panel in the theater and inside the spawn room that you can bump open. This does nothing, but it wouldn't be called Useless Facts without it, now would it? You can activate the music Easter egg on Kino der Toten by touching the 3 rocks around the map. One under the staircase in spawn, the other one in the dressing room in the corner, and the last one in the Manhattan Down room. And for the last fact, this is Jimmy, and Jimmy would really like it if you'd like and subscribe. Now, you don't want to break little Jimmy's heart, do you?
There can be no revolution without ammunition!
5 had the first ever buildable with the office trap upstairs, of which you had to do was grab the battery from the war room and the laboratory and bring them back up to put them in the traps. The picture upstairs depicts Sergeant Roebuck on the mission of which you could grab the ray gun in War.War's campaign. If you kill the Pentagon thief with an insta-kill activated, who will drop you nothing more than the max ammo.
Breach detected on level 3. Initiate security protocol 1.5.
The electric trap in the office has the Treyarch logo on them, which is kinda ironic, you know. Arc, electricity, they're electric traps. The Thunder Gun was originally supposed to be on 5, and the characters have some quote using them, so here you go. Once again, if you don't like quotes, skip like 2 minutes in the video.
Not bad at all. Surprisingly light, but my back is barking. Let's see what everyone's been raving about here. Useful, sure, but does it have to be so big? This gun was made by commies. I can feel it in my bones. Oh, well worth the price of admission. To hell with you, you reanimated slime. Yeah, now you got something to groan about, stupid hippie. Get off of my lawn. I wonder if this is covered by the Second Amendment.
I think it's singing to me. Maybe this came from the Groom Lake program. I John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear to crush the undead. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Consider yourself Peace Corps. That's how you come with the ice, man. Best gun, period. Clear the deck. Music to my ears.
This gun arouses my spirit. I think I love this gun. Trueno! I feel more powerful than ever. Un arma grande para un muchacho grande. As big as my ego and just as powerful. Islam! Revolutionary coming through! Who's the man? That would be I, Fidel Castro! Battered and splattered!
Time for Operation Thunderbolt. Blood will run this night.
What a beauty!
I have the tools and I have the talent. This will blow those marble eyes right out of their heads. Now that was a substantial commitment. The sound of death can be comforting in times like these. Torn asunder! This weapon could make a weaker man lazy. I could get used to this.
Now, obviously the Thunder Gun would make 5 like 8 times easier, but I'm kinda glad that we got stuck with the shitty Winter's How. I like the challenge. There's a picture of Richtofen in the Pack-a-Punch room. The first room in the laboratory has a bunch of unused/unfinished weapons, such as a death machines and a Winter's How. And in this room you can also see where they've test-fired the Winter's How. I just love that type of stuff in Zombies map to make it feel like there was actually stuff going on before the zombies themselves. You can break these windows open and actually dolphin dive through them, making escape from zombies hordes a lot more viable down here in the laboratory. And that's all I got for you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this useless video. If you learned anything, comment if you did. If you didn't, I'm sorry, I tried. But anyways, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. See you in the next one.